All right, team. I need all of you to line up, file up, and get ready. We are going to learn how to harness your mutant powers. To me, my X-Men. That's enough. I need you to sit down. Now, for those of you who don't know, my name is Scott Summers. You may know me as Cyclops. Optic blasts. I cannot control these blasts without this ruby quartz lens. If I remove it and open my eyes, I could destroy any one of you, which means that I have to be in complete control at all times, which means I'm the perfect X-Men to teach you how to control your powers. Now, I know that this is confusing, and I know that none of you asked to be born mutants, to be people that humanity fears and hates. But by learning to control your powers, not only can you keep yourself safe, but here at the Xavier Academy, we can teach you how to defend yourself, how to defend others, and how to be a symbol of mutant kind. Now, I know that's a lot, and I know that you feel overwhelmed right now. I remember how I felt when I was just a teenager and I walked through these doors. But I want you to know that you can do it. You can learn to control your powers, and we're going to start right now. We're going to start with you. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself. All right? Now, when did your powers first manifest? That's not unusual. It's not true for everyone. For instance, my friend Kurt was blue and furry from the day he was born. But for people like myself, for people like you, many of us, our powers manifest when we go through puberty. Sometimes it's right at the beginning, sometimes it's in the middle or end, but that is the most common way that mutant powers manifest. And I know that during this time of change, the last thing you wanted was to have this blast of power. Trust me, I understand. Without these ruby quartz glasses, I would be blind. I'm very grateful that they were invented and they helped me to control my power. But you don't need ruby quartz glasses. You have a much more interesting power. Now tell me more about this redirection. So what I understand is that unlike my friend Bishop, when he is struck by energy of any kind, he is able to absorb it and then redirect it as he chooses. What you are saying is that you actually bend it backwards and send it flying back towards someone. But it's not just energy, it's potentially anything that's coming towards you. Bullets, optic blasts, anything? All right, so I want everyone else to get behind the shield. We're going to do a quick demonstration. I'm going to use the lowest setting of my blasts. The worst that you would feel from this is like a slap, okay? I want you to know there's nothing I take more seriously than controlling these. So, you're going to be okay. I want to see how your power works. Okay? Wow! That is impressive. Now, here's the important question. Are you doing this consciously, or is it happening automatically? One of the former students here, Skids, has a force field that is always up, and it is actually the control of her power to negate her shield, otherwise it is always on. So is this ability always on for you? Yes. So this is going to be important because you are going to need to learn how to manipulate this power. Now, I'm glad that it's on, but potentially this could have negative effects. You might find that when you are flying towards something, it may redirect you in a way that you don't like, or you may be able to use it in a way that is beneficial to you, such as changing direction when you would otherwise smash into a wall. We have to find the boundaries of your powers, exactly how they work, so that we can help you. And that's what we're going to do when we enter the danger room. Now, the danger room is where we fully and safely can let loose and practice our powers. Because so many of these powers are so destructive, they could potentially destroy the mansion, but also get people hurt. And the danger room lets us run through scenarios that lets you practice and hone your skills, not just for yourself, but with your future teammates as well. So, one more time, I'm going to fire a blast at you very low. And what I want you to do this time is I want you to see if you can make it go over my shoulder. All right? Here we go. Ow. Ow. Okay, so not quite, but it did hit this side, so that's an improvement. Now, this is a very, very useful power. It has a lot of potential for it. And what we need to find out is exactly the different things that it could potentially work for. Now, our danger room is set up with Shi'ar technology. We'll get into that later. They're aliens that have a long relationship with the X-Men, especially the Professor. But what this will let us do is we can practice firing different types of energy at you safely so that you can practice redirecting it, and we can see what happens if a blast of water comes at you. Are you able to redirect that? What about lightning? What about microwaves? What about just radiation in general, like gamma radiation? Trust me, you don't want to take in too much gamma radiation. I know a few green people who can tell you why it's a problem. So we want to find out exactly what your limits are so that we can best help you. And of course, the most fun thing at all, we have to decide what your code name is going to be. And when I say we, I mean you. So I want you to give it some good thoughts. There's like some obvious ones like boomerang. No, not a fan. Maybe if you had an Australian accent. But I want you to think about a code name, because your code name is not just what we use for people who need to keep a secret identity. It is a symbol of who you are as a mutant. Your mutant power is a part of you. It's a part of who you are. All right? Now, not boomerang. Let's go ahead and get into the danger room. What we're going to do is we're going to run you through a few basic sessions to kind of get things started. And everyone else, I hope you're all listening, because you're all next. Now, let's get you inside. I think you're going to like this scenario. How do you feel about Sentinels? Thank you so much for watching Roleplay Riot. If you've enjoyed this, like and subscribe. And it was a blast.